Today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips that I take with me when I go to my video production client meetings. Now this meeting is generally a meeting where you're selling your product, so you need to bring your A game and examples of your awesome work, of course. Typically, when you get into a meeting about creating a video for a company, the client doesn't know exactly what they want. They don't know how much it's going to cost, they don't know really what their ideas are, and they don't know a lot about the video production process in general. This is your opportunity to get the client's attention by informing them well and presenting yourself well. Here are my 7 steps to nailing video production meetings. Step 1 has to do with setting up the meeting. Now, you've agreed to meet. The client has contacted you, you've chatted a little bit, you've shown them your work, and you've agreed to meet. That's a good thing. Don't mess it up. Clients typically prefer to meet at their venue, that way they don't have to drive anywhere, but ask them where they want to meet if they don't bring it up. Coffee shops are a great place to meet. And of course, if your company has a venue at this point, it's perfectly acceptable to meet there as well. My Google Calendar has a great feature where I'm able to send calendar invites to people. This is a technique that's widely used across the business and video industry, and if you're not sending calendar invites to people, then I recommend you look into it. Number 2, what are you supposed to wear to these meetings? Generally, you're going to be meeting with these corporate types of clients, so a button down and slacks is acceptable, but I generally recommend you take it a little bit farther. I think you should dress just a little bit loud. I think you should dress just a little bit different. I think being different than other people in the room allows you to be memorable, and it allows you to separate yourself from potentially other videographers that they could be talking to. Step number 3, what do you bring? I generally bring a notepad and try to not take notes on my phone or my laptop, because even though that's convenient, it can be a little bit rude or off-putting to your clients. It's also a little bit polite and flattering when you write down important notes and ideas during the meeting, especially when they're the client's ideas. Be prepared to show numerous examples of your work, so if you got those on your phone, that's cool, or an iPad, or even a laptop, that's what I do. Don't forget to bring a listening attitude, and if you're new to this, it's generally a good idea to bring some questions that you have for your client. I'll be making a video about this step in a few weeks, so stay tuned. Step number 4, if your client doesn't bring it up immediately after you arrive, you should ask the question, what is your goal or goals for this video? Why did this particular company reach out to you? Why do they need a videographer? Then ask yourself, are you able to fulfill this request? And it's important to ask this question honestly to yourself, because if they're asking for something that you are just not capable of producing, whether that be because of your skill level or access to equipment, you might want to think twice about taking the video job in the first place. Anyway, after figuring out what their goals for the video are, it is acceptable to suggest some ideas or adjust their initial idea a little bit, as long as you're not being misleading and you know what you're talking about. The client's idea will win in the end, but suggesting some ideas might add a little bit of edge to the video in the end. And some clients you get to, and they just know that they need a video, that's pretty much all that they know. At that time, it's important to show some of your previous work and make some suggestions on video styles for them. If you'd like to read more about the different styles of video that there are, you can check out a link in the description below. It takes you to my website that explains all the different types of videos that I make. And if you don't have any ideas, some people need a little bit of time to think about it, and that's perfectly reasonable. You don't have to present unique ideas right away, but if you have some, it might assist you in closing the deal. Number 5 is bring up the money part. I go to a lot of different meetings where people dance around the conversation of money. Generally speaking, it's something that is important to discuss. It's highly relevant to this project, and if it's not brought up, it's okay to just bring it up. Ask what their budget is for the project and let them know if you think that you're going to be within the price range they're looking for. And if they don't even have those details at that point, it's okay to give them a number that you typically charge, or it's okay to get back to them later with a number that you typically charge. if you need some time to think about it. And don't forget to tell them approximately how much time it will take to complete the video project. I like to bring the meeting to a close by asking if there are any questions I could answer for everybody, and if there are no questions, it's important to establish what the next step is. Don't just leave the meeting without a concrete plan on when you're going to communicate next and what that communication is going to be like. Do you need to meet again to discuss this project more? Are they on board and want to continue with planning the video? Or would they like to see more pricing information or more details and examples of your work? Whatever it could be, just make sure you let them know what it's going to be and when it's going to be. And that way you can keep the momentum of the meeting going into the next communication. All of these things considered, I pretty much want to say that the most important thing that you can bring with you to a meeting is a confident attitude. If you are, through your speaking and through your body language, communicating that you're a reliable person and that you're confident in your abilities, that generally sells you as a videographer and is generally what the client is looking for in these types of meetings. Thank you very much for watching my video today. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button and like this video for more awesome content like this, and be sure and have a good rest of your day. Thank you very much for watching.